Hey, what's up my fellow collectors? Today's video is going to be about Funko Pop Stonks. Now, part of the fun of collecting is watching your collectibles go up in price, especially if you bought them for retail or below their asking price. Of course, most of us collect because we love the characters, the movies, the comics, vinyl toys in general, and some of us are just crazy. But it's also fun to speculate on value, especially when a collectible like Funko Pops get really popular, because it makes those values go up and down pretty drastically and in short time windows. So if you don't speculate a little bit about your Funko Pops value, I don't know what you're doing collecting them. On the left here are Pops that I bought on eBay, and the white bags to the right are all Pops that I bought at retail from Hot Topic. I will speculate a little bit about whether I think those are going to go up in value or down. Because when Pops are still retail, that's the hardest time to try to predict what's going to be a future grail. But it's also the cheapest time. And a Funko Pop may go down in value from that retail price, but not by much. So it's generally the safest time to buy the Pops that you want. But before we get into that, let's talk about a different collectible. And that is YouTooz. Now I have no idea what's in this box, but YouTooz has sent me a few figures before. I believe it was Pablo Escobar waiting, Arthur making a fist, and the actual Stonks that you saw in the thumbnail, which is one of my favorite figures now. What I like about YouTooz is that, yeah, they do some pop culture characters, but they concentrate more on internet memes and YouTubers, which honestly, you don't see collectibles of. They may have not been the first, but as far as I know, they're the most prominent company making these type of figures. So like I said before, they sent these to me free of charge, and I have no idea what's in here. Hopefully they're memes I know, because I don't want to hello my fellow kids you, and some of the memes I don't get, because I'm an old man. But I can still appreciate a nice figure. They sent me 3. And this first one, I'm sure anybody that has spent any time on the internet has seen this guy. Maybe one of the most famous gifts of all time. And YouTooz does do their packaging in a way where you can take the figures out, put them back in the box to keep them nice and mint. But look at this packaging. Very nice. Windowed box. And the slipcover to protect the window, which is very nice. But yeah, let's take this out so we can take a closer look. Even the inside is printed. I love these kind of details. You know, I wanted to do packaging design initially when I studied, but I saw there wasn't the kind of money I wanted in it, so I changed careers, but I can still appreciate some nice packaging. And look how nice this guy looks. Super well done. Would make an excellent gift to anybody that spends any kind of time on the internet. Really nice figure. And as you can see, you can put it right back in the box and no one will have any idea. And next up, it's Crash Bandicoot. Oh, and look at this guy. So, I never really played Crash Bandicoot as a kid, but I know who he is. I know he's very popular. And, you know, I know what he looks like. And this is definitely a nice representation of him. You know, if you're a weirdo and you like the smell of vinyl, these figures have that classic vinyl smell. Those of you that have been collecting vinyl art toys for a while probably know exactly what I'm talking about, but kind of like that. It's almost a nostalgic kind of smell to me now. A little weird, I know. So if you're a big Crash Bandicoot fan, let me know what this is exactly. Is that energy coming out of his shoes? Is that a power-up? But what I like about YouTooz is the way they do their eyes with this little line. Almost all of them have that. It's kind of what ties them all together. But look at the paint job on this. Look how flawless it is. And the sculpt, super nice. Like, the mouth, you know, it isn't just kind of solid and painted that way. It's actually kind of hollow in there and painted red. Just a nicely done figure, super high quality. Yeah, I'm liking this guy too. And here's the inside of the Crash packaging. Pretty nice as well. Now this last one is a good example of something that's actually licensed, but is also a meme, which is kind of interesting combination for a collectible. You don't see that all the time. So if you're a fan of the character or the property, you'd like this, or if you just know the meme, you'd probably like it too. So this is from, it's the guys that did Wallace and Gromit. I believe it's from the opening of Shaun the Sheep. But this isn't like the one where he gets smashed in the door, but it's that character. And it looks really good. So I'm sure if you're familiar with a property, you know exactly what scene or whatever this is from. But I like the detail on the chair. Like, they put these wrinkles on the back. Did they need to do that? Probably not. But it makes it more realistic looking. I mean, it definitely looks like the animation come to life. There's even details in the book there. And yeah, this is made out of plastic, but it looks like fabric. Super nice. Nice item to display on a desk. Lots of perfect details, well painted. Yeah, these are just great figures for things that don't usually get collectibles. That's what I really like about it. So thank you very much, YouTooz, for sending these to me. Really appreciate it. Their website is just YouTooz.com if you want to check them out. Alright, now on to the Funko Pops, starting with the ones I paid above retail for. So usually when I buy from eBay, I tend to look at the stores, see if they're collectors, which in my mind guarantees, well, it doesn't guarantee, but it makes it more likely you're going to get a pop that's not been damaged or abused in any way. So this guy, I looked at every single Roy Batty wherever I went to try to find him. Definitely didn't have any luck because this is a really cool chase. Super different than the common. His hair sculpt is different. His body sculpt is different. Super nice. Easier to take a look like this. But it's from the very end of the movie. And he's painted really well. The blood is very striking. The dove. Everything's really cool about this one. Now, what I paid is the best part. So I paid $33 plus shipping, which made it come out to $41 once you add the tax and everything, which is still a really good price for this guy. The reason I was able to find it for that was because I got it at an auction, and I believe the auction was ending at a really weird hour, like very late at night. So I didn't have much competition at the very end, which tends to happen. So Pop Price Guide has him going up 18% recently. So they value him at $65, and that's about what you can expect to find him for, like on eBay, probably more on some of the other collectible sites. eBay tends to be the place where you can find stuff the cheapest on the second market, but it's also more of a crapshoot because eBay attracts more non-collector resellers. Do I think this one is going to go up in value even more than $65? Maybe. I don't see them making too many Blade Runner pops, and I feel like they're going to get vaulted pretty soon. It's not a super popular property. I don't see it selling too many. So the market isn't oversaturated with this chase. So if you can find it for under 50, I would consider getting it, but make sure your pop is in good shape because sometimes you'll get excited, see a deal that seems, oh wow, look at this one, there's only $40. But definitely look at all the pictures, and if they're purposely hiding part of the pop, think about maybe why they're doing that and why it's so cheap. Because this one is in mint condition, and it was shipped in a very nice protector as well. So I think I got a really good deal on this guy. So this is Etsy, but it's not from Etsy, because I don't think you can sell pops on Etsy. And this Mufasa looks to be in mint condition. Looks actually nicer than the pictures. But this is the pop in a box exclusive Mufasa in his, like, it's got like a translucent blue glittery colorway on him to mimic when he was Spirit Mufasa in the night sky, which I think is a pretty interesting way to do an exclusive, very different than the common. Do I think they're going to make this type of Mufasa again? Probably not. They might make a Mufasa like with the regular colors again, but probably not like this one. So I wanted to pick him up. I didn't get a great deal on him, but he is mint condition. Pop Price Guide has him at $25, and I think they have him that low because he's not a high volume pop. You don't see hundreds of these guys selling a month. I mean, the cheapest one listed through Pop Price Guide is $40. I paid $27.09 shipped, so $2 above what PPG says, so not bad, especially because he's in such good shape. And judging from some of the cheaper listings on eBay, it's going to be very hard to get this guy for $25. The cheapest ones in the United States are going for around $25 plus shipping and the taxes. So expect to pay around $30. And also don't expect this guy to shoot up in price either. Because like I said, there isn't a high demand for this character. A lot of people might not even know that this exclusive even exists. I guess the only people that might go out of their way to get this is people that want to beef up their Disney collections and like collecting unique ones, which I think this is a very unique one. Like, I think if people were looking at my Disney collection, this would be maybe one of the ones they stop by and make a comment of because it's just different. So you saw how careful I was cutting that? Any deeper and I probably would have cut the hell out of this. Now this is the Flocked Grizzlor, limited edition, Funko Shop. I'm not sure how fast this one sold out. If you remember, let me know, but I don't know if this guy was one of those immediate 1 minute sellouts because he was pretty cheap. I got this guy pretty much from I got this guy for pretty much about the same price I would have expected to pay from the Funko Shop. I believe I paid $24 shipped. And yeah, after taxes and everything, he came out to $25.38, which is honestly not bad at all. That's $2 over what I would have paid from the Funko Shop. This was probably a guy that bought this on speculation, was impatient, decided to try to get his money back. That or somebody unloading their collection, trying to do it fast, so putting it at reasonable prices. Who knows, but Grizzlor on PPG is valued at $33, which I think is a little high, because I think this guy can easily be had if you keep your eye on a few auctions and just have a little patience. The buy it nows are a little bit higher. You might end up spending around $30, but I see several of these at auction, and you might be able to get it for even less than retail, which is pretty rare for a Funko Shop exclusive. Especially a Masters of the Universe one, and I see the Masters of the Universe pops going up in value across the board. This guy, for an exclusive, is still pretty cheap right now. Speaking of Funko Shop exclusives, this is Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons, and I paid $33.60 shipped. So $34 for this guy, about $10 over retail. And Pop Price Guide has them for around $30, which I still think is very undervalued for Sideshow Bob. He's in some of the most memorable Simpsons episodes, and this is the only Sideshow Bob pop. And he was a Funko Shop exclusive, which means that he is limited. They're not going to make any more of this specific pop. They might make a new Sideshow Bob in the future, but this is the first one, and it's just classic with the orange jumpsuit. Now, does anybody have an idea what is up with this sticker? Usually the Funko Shop stickers look like this on the right. And when I look online, I see pictures of one with the special edition sticker from overseas, like, Europe, Australia. And also some with this sticker and some with this sticker. Now, let me know if you know why some of them have this sticker, why some of them don't. At first I thought maybe I had got some kind of bootleg, but I can't imagine them making a bootleg pop look this good and then, you know, screw up the sticker. Doesn't make sense. Because he looks pretty legit to me. Looks in mint condition. But yeah, let me know if you know what the deal is with that sticker. All right, now on to the pops I got at retail from Hot Topic. Starting with these bags that make me a little nervous. Now, is this a Stonks or a Stinks? I think this is a Stinks. I don't see these going up in value very much. I don't see people liking these Hello Kitty USA ones, and I don't even know if the Olympics are going to go on or not. I think Japan's still pretty screwed up with the whole COVID situation over there, and that's where the Olympics are supposed to be. So who knows what's going on with that? And I do see some people comment going, man, Hello Kitty should either be Team USA, or I mean Team Japan. They should be Team Japan or Team UK, right? Because I think Hello Kitty in the canon, right? Not much of a character, right? But I think she's supposed to be English. But, you know, whatever. I like them. I pretty much have all of them now, except for, I think the gold medal one came out flocked. 4,000 pieces from the Funko shop. Would have been nice to get that one, but I couldn't. But I don't mind having this one, or this one in a common. You know, my whole set will be complete. So yeah, I think I'm only now missing, and she's not pictured on here. I have all of these, but there's a gymnastics one as well, which is probably the cutest one. Really funny looking pop. But yeah, Hello Kitty, don't see this one going up in value very much at all. Oh, and here's Jerry in the puffy suit, or in the puffy shirt. And I'm going to make a full review of all the Seinfeld pops once I get them all. Some of these might be Seinfeld pops, actually. Didn't realize that we're going to be shipping out so early. But there's the gang. And yeah, I do see the Seinfeld pops going up in value, because this license isn't going to be around for a long time. I'm not even sure if it's going to be a really big seller. If you're under, say, the age of 25, let me know if you have watched Seinfeld, if you've watched it all the way through all the seasons, if you're a fan, if you feel the comedy is still relevant, or if it's kind of dated and annoying, some of the characters. Because I don't know if I could get into Seinfeld now, but as a teenager, I thought it was kind of funny, and it was just on TV, you know? And back in my day, we didn't have all these streaming services or anything, right? We had to, you know, pretty much watch what was on TV. Not saying that's why I watched it, but I'm curious to know, if you're under 25, what you think about Seinfeld. Now, I have the original Brian. Well, I think there's only been one Brian O'Connor pop from Fast and the Furious. Definitely a guilty pleasure, but I wanted to get this Dom to go with him. And what I love about this, well, I guess the new movie, is the new movie called just Fast and Furious? I did a trailer review on it. I can't remember what it is. I thought it was just Fast and Furious 9 or whatever. But I kind of like that it doesn't have a number by it. It still kind of looks like generic Fast and Furious, which I kind of like. And yeah, it looks good for Dom. These Fast and Furious characters, like this one, is almost a meme pop to me. It's almost like I can't believe you have a Dom Toretto from Fast and the Furious. But yeah, wanted him to go with my Brian. Is this one going to go up in value? Probably not for a while. I think the original might be worth something. Let me look. The original is worth $38 if you can find them like in really good shape. Might be a little bit more than that. With some of the older pops, the value is really dependent on the condition, and the older they get, the harder it is to find mint condition pops. So do I see this one going up eventually? Maybe, but it's going to take a while. Especially if the new movie is really terrible. Like, I mean, I know it's going to be terrible, but is it going to be funny terrible or boring terrible? I think it depends on that. So here's another Seinfeld pop. It's a common Jerry. Just him, you know, from his stand-up. The Seinfeld episodes start with Jerry doing like a stand-up joke. And like I said earlier, yeah, I do see the Seinfeld pops going up in the future. Hard to tell if it's going to be really fast or if it may take a few years, but I definitely don't see the license lasting very long. Oh, and this is not from Hot Topic. This is from Box Lunch. And this is Alice with the bottle. And she looks pretty cool. Better than I thought. Like, in the images, the bottle looks like it's just painted blue, but it's translucent. So yeah, really glad I got this one, actually. Although that tag, shouldn't that say drink me on it? It really should. Unless I'm confusing it with something else, and maybe in the cartoon it flips back around when she's holding it, or when she shrinks. But I thought they said drink me on it. I might be mistaken about that, but let me know in the comments below. But yeah, she looks really nice. I'm also going to do a full-on review of these ones too once I get them, because I think they're just amazing. It's an amazing set, and I want to give it a little bit more attention. I mean, look at this box art. The box art alone is awesome. And yeah, I was iffy about this one, like thinking, do I need a bunch of Alices? I like the common with the curtsy, but yeah, really liking this one as well. And it's another Seinfeld pop. This is Kramer. And honestly, out of all of them, like out of all the characters in general, Kramer's my least favorite. I know he used to be super, super popular, but I thought he was the most annoying character, not funny. Like, I was a big fan of Elaine and George. Elaine and George used to crack me up. Kramer, not as much. He seemed the most kind of goofiest. But the pop looks good. It looks like him. The hair, though, I think it could have been a little bit taller. Kind of hard to tell there. But I'm going to do a full-on review of these. Stay tuned for that. Now, these are also from Hot Topic, even though they're in these boxes. Oh, and look at this beauty. Now, this guy on PPG is valued at $35, but I think that's a little low. Actually, I stand corrected, because on the secondhand market, you can find this guy for around $35. I did pick this guy up on the restock, which Hot Topic does sometimes. Now, just because Hot Topic restocks some of their pops sometimes, doesn't mean that they're going to do it to all of the Hot Topic pops all of the time. It's a supply and demand thing, and it also hinges on whether Funko still has the license, right? Well, that's what I imagine, right? They're not going to be able to produce something they don't have the license for anymore. So don't just think that Hot Topic exclusives aren't ever going to go up in value, because they do. A lot of them do. And this one is still fairly new, already going for $35. There's going to be a time where they're not going to make this for a long time, and if they do restock it, it might take a long, long time in between. Do I ever see this guy going up to like $300, $400? No, but I do see most of these blacklight pops trending up slowly, and this guy might even get to like 60, 70. That wouldn't surprise me at all, especially because it's from the animated series, and they made all three of them from the animated series. I realized that with the with the Marvel blacklight pops, it's not like they're all from the same series, or, you know, they pick and choose them from different lines and repaint them in this blacklight style. But what I really like about the three Batman ones is that they're all from the animated series. I think that makes them a little extra special, and they look really good. And ending it with a bang, it's Harley Quinn Black Light. Also looks amazing. Really, really loving the way they did the highlights in this comic booky, inked looking style. Super, super awesome. Awesome boxes. Hot Topic sends stuff in sorters, which is nice. Never am I in fear of getting something super damaged from Hot Topic. It's very, very rare. I'd say 1 in like 50 to 60 pops will I get damaged. In my experience anyways. Yours may differ. I don't want to say that. Then you order, and then the first time you order from them, your pops are damaged. But I've been very lucky with them. So Harley Quinn is also going for around $35. And you can find her in the aftermarket for around $30 to $35. Pay very close attention though to the pictures, the condition. I would stay away from listings where they have like 5 or 6 Harley Quinns in the picture and you're not sure which one you're gonna get, because that's a straight up reseller and they don't care about the condition as much. So don't be fooled by just the cheapest one if you care about having a good condition pop, because pops that are in mint condition are the ones that are gonna hold their value the most, especially as that price starts going up. The higher it gets, the bigger hit you'll take to the price. Like say this pop gets up to $200, but it's got a big dent in the corner. If it was a $20 pop, yeah, you might take $2 off of that. Maybe 4. You know, here you can go, you can have it for 15, but it's got a little bit of damage. But once it gets up to like $200, now you're shaving off 40 to try to compete with the other ones. And this is just talking strictly on reselling. If every single pop you buy, you don't intend to sell ever, then it doesn't matter as much. Save yourself a couple bucks. But also remember, right? I know all of y'all are young, and I say I'm an old man, but I'm not an old man. And cover your ears, because people don't like to hear this, but God forbid you ever pass away, right? Your family members are going to care whether you were an out-of-box collector or not, whether you cared about the condition or not. Because you want to leave behind a bunch of junk for them to have to get rid of, which might be harder for them to get rid of because of sentimental value. But if it's got actual real value, if you left them like a $50,000 collection of all mint pops, they're going to be very happy you were pretty anal about the condition of your pops and keeping the boxes and putting them in pop protectors and all that. You started watching this video because you thought it was going to be fun and about collectibles and stuff, and now we're talking about our own mortalities. But that's just how we roll around here. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below what recent pops you've picked up, what pops you've noticed in your collection going up in value. What do you think about YouTooz, or anything else you'd like to say? Thanks for watching and take it easy.
Та, що є та, і не,